Well, yeah. I mean, we got 27 people waiting for us.
Waiting on a hope and a dream. We are live. Hi, folks. I can't quite hear myself, but maybe you can hear me.
Here we are.
Ayo, ayo.
Let me just double check what we got going on here. Talk, Jack.
Hello, hello, hello.
Sounds like we're live. All right. What's up, everybody?
You. Not right out, but that's okay.
We can't hear ourselves, but I just played YouTube on my computer and I could hear Jack. So sounds like you can hear me.
That works.
Nico, thank you for saying audio solid. I'm sure we'll get some people that'll say it's too low or whatever, but as long as you could hear us, Nico, that's all that matters.
The same Nico that made that super dope Eastern ORL highlight sizzle thing. That was awesome.
That was dope.
That was awesome. Thanks. And also, thanks. What Nico did, which I loved, is he invited the Onewheel Racing League to post that as a collaborator.
I saw that. That was cool.
And I just watched it, and I just said, yep, absolutely. And so just a little word to the wise, if you're out at these races and you make something cool, invite ORL to post as a collaborator, and I'm like all about that going forward. Just ORL is all about the collaboration. Also, my other favorite thing, I'm just jumping way ahead in the program here, but my other favorite thing about the Eastern Regionals was Little Jeff.
I saw that photo.
Little Jeff cleaning people's boards for $1 at the start line was amazing. He's my new favorite.
I hope he's going to be cleaning boards at Race for the Rail.
Wow.
Because if so, I'll get him a freaking personal jersey and get him a little setup stand and everything. Personal jersey and get him a little setup stand and everything.
Little Jeff's.
Dude,
board
get
cleaning.
him nice attire so people give him tips.
Dude, Little Jeff got the 2019 white Race for the Rail hat, and I don't think it's coming off.
Oh, man.
That's
a rarity. That is a rarity.
Okay, so I was just making my notes about what we have to cover today. I think it's results from the Eastern regional finals, which is a really exciting race. If any of the 29 people who are watching did not watch that, then you should go watch that. That was fun.
I watched it as a spectator.
So Race the Rail, the Eastern results, that seems to segue into
the most exciting part of the year.
Why we're here today.
Why we've been doing this for the last many months.
Forever. Who gets to go to Race the Rail, right? So again, we had automatic bids that came out of the Eastern regional finals. So that, 4 more on the men and women's side. And then after that, it's just about the rider rankings at the end of the year. Top 2 women that don't have invites get invited. Top 6 men who don't have invites get invited. So might as well just.
So there's a good chunk of folks that already know or should know that they're going to Race for the Rail, but there's some surprises.
So we'll go over who gets tickets. I'm like shaking slightly. And then
Gesundheit.
Craigslisted.
I thought we were hitting a button.
Ryland's sinuses just got Craigslisted.
Can you hear Craigslisted?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't hear it. That's okay. Oh, I got me. All right. And then so Eastern results, tickets to Race the Rail, and then some Race the Rail details. Where is it? We know when is it, but where is it? And
so do you want to
go?
Do you want to announce who's going first, or do you want to announce where it is and when it is first? Well, I think people kind of know when it is, but where it is.
Whatever. I'm up for either.
I guess it's who, what, where, when.
Why?
Why?
And then why?
Yeah. So let's go with who.
The why is the toughest one to answer.
Yeah, why?
Okay. Well, let's start with the East. So, I have to say, I think it was my favorite race of the year.
Damn.
To be honest, sorry, Laser, at a wedding.
I had a good time though.
Yeah,
I watched the live stream. I put it on my car while I was driving 14 hours back from Idaho. I was like,
very, very irresponsible. Never watch live stream and drive. Oh, this is a race. man. It was awesome. It was great to commentate with Bart.
Yeah, I want to give a clap for Bart Miller out there. You know, obviously, I think he might have stole my job, but he did a fantastic job, and it was so cool watching him commentate with you. Looked like y'all had a blast.
Bart did great.
And I mean, you know, didn't expect anything less than the legend Bart Miller. So thank you, Bart.
Bart, I will, yeah. What a guy.
Oh, we're losing our flag.
Thanks, bud.
Gaffer. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, Jack, what was the most exciting part of the race?
Big takeaways. Okay,
Yeah.
here's my I think my high level takeaways. One, the battle between Mercedes Silva and Rachel Cecil was epic. Okay, and I think that's something that we're going to be looking forward to at Race the Rail. Rachel Cecil is kind of like I would say she's maybe the best rider on the East Coast. I mean, Rachel Payne, obviously, like also out of Texas, I guess. So she's in that conversation Central.
Yeah.
But you know, you had Mercedes Silva on the West Coast, who's been killing it all year, out there at the Eastern Regionals, and you had Rachel Cecil, who like finished second last year Race the Rail. We know that she's one of the best riders in that sort of top four that we talk about on the women's side. And it was epic to watch them go head to head because they both believe that they're the better rider, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you got to think if you want to be a champion.
And Rachel Cecil is like, she's awesome. I love watching her race. She was just going for it. Ultimately, like at the end there, she came off her board, like going over one of those jumps. She was basically going for a pass, I think, on Mercedes on the jump. Came off her board. At first, when I first saw it, I thought Mercedes like pushed her.
Oh,
definitely didn't happen. We went to the replay. There was no contact made. But
nice.
Anyways, I think that's going to be something that's going to be exciting to see. She came off her board. They were just really close, neck and neck. So I think that's maybe my first takeaway.
Okay.
From what we watched this last weekend. And then the other massive takeaway is that there was a lot of new faces.
Seemed like it. I didn't recognize half those names on the list.
Yeah. We had people come out of the woodwork. So on the men's side, we had Kyle Klausing, who's a bigger guy. I love to see bigger folks succeeding in the wheel game.
Yeah.
He was crushing it. I think he came in third or fourth. We had Brendan LaCour, who had been out there for weeks, you know, practicing. I think he finished second or third. I have the rankings up, not the results from last week.
Okay.
But the huge surprise.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Brandon Peavy.
Dude, Peavy.
Pants on fire Peavy.
Pants on fire Peavy.
That's what they're calling him. He came out rocking the red and yellow full moto jumpsuit.
I saw that. I was like, who? What? Who is this dude?
Dude, first one-wheel race. He's been coached up by Bart.
Amazing.
Bart's like, I knew he's gonna be someone in the wheel game. When I had a hard time keeping up with him, I knew he was gonna be someone. So he's a motocross guy, 21 years of age, Tallahassee, Florida. He's trained by who's like the legend motocross guy?
Ricky Carmichael?
Yeah, he's trained by Ricky Carmichael at motocross.
That's insane.
And he wins motocross events.
That's absolutely bonkers.
And so
Ricky's a one-wheeler too.
Yeah.
Ricky's a one-wheeler.
Yeah. I think a lot of the people in that scene are.
You know, that is really interesting because I may be wrong on this, but I think Austin has some experience in motocross as well.
Yeah.
Austin obviously being one of the top dogs this entire season.
Sure.
And I find it so interesting that, you know, typically you see the people that succeed in one-wheel racing having a skate and snowboard background. Mm-hmm. And some of the people that I've seen that are most impressive and are sending it the most are people that have the mountain bike motocross background.
Sure.
Like Neil Bennett, mountain bike background.
Yep.
Obviously that dude is bonkers. But you have Austin and now Brandon, from this motocross background, and they're just used to it. They're used to being tight amongst, crazy vehicles, bumping shoulders and all that stuff, knowing how to find lines. So I'd be interested to see if more motocrossers come out and start racing Onewheels.
It was super fun to watch. He was definitely not afraid of the moment, not afraid of the competition. Definitely chose good lines and was aggressive. I think watching the replay, it's like, it looks like Austin might have had some foot pad connectivity issue when he came back down and hit the ground potentially. So maybe
They were launching.
Maybe Austin would have had him. But either way, Brandon was putting moves on him, and he put the pressure on. So just kudos, huge kudos to him for coming out and winning an event like that. That's really impressive. But Austin finishing right there at second place, and smoking everybody in the time trials as the Silvas,
like
20
plus
seconds.
Yeah. Same thing with Mercedes.
Right. The Silvas are on another level.
Well,
so
that course looked insane because they were just like the beginning. They were just launching off these jumps that you really haven't seen at like a lot of other races. Like I know other races have had drops, but like never actually flying off of the jump and catching
air,
like 3 feet of air that time.
Like 3, 7.
But it was
4.
It was sick to see because then it's like, okay, it's the progression every time. I love it.
Super fun. Big thanks to everyone who helped throw that event too. That was a good time. So yeah, I think those are my takeaways from the East. Should we go into the rankings?
Yeah, let's do it. That's why all the people are here.
So we usually do. What did we do last week? Last week, Joey, did we do women's first or men's first? We did men's first. This week we'll do women's first. Okay.
Top 12.
Top 12. Rylan, don't put up the thing quite yet unless you have, and then it's no big deal.
Craig's listed.
Oh.
Did we get Craig's listed? No.
Okay. So let me just cover. So Emily Bell, Kay Love, Janet Thorne, and Christy Miller got passes from the East.
Okay.
Got invites based on top 4 finishes, minus the people that already had invites above them.
All right.
Right? So there's 2 people basically that get invites that do not have passes yet.
Okay. Yeah, those.
So basically, I'm going to read you, before we put the graphic up, I'm going to read you the 10 women who have automatic bids already, okay?
Okay, give it to me.
Mercedes Silva, Gabby Soto, Rachel Payne, Rachel Cecil, Allie Stanley, Christy Miller, Janet Thorne, Kay Love, Zoe Thomas, and Emily Bell. Those riders have been invited based on automatic qualification.
Wow.
Due to this season's performance.
That's quite the accomplishment because that is quite the field. There's, 2 more left, but holy smokes, the top 5 right there and then just even more. I mean, yeah.
I'd also like to give a quick shout out to both Kay Love and Janet Thorne for sustaining. Kay Love fully got stitches in her face before racing.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
She's awesome. And Janet Thorne went down hard at the finish line. I love Janet. She's from Wyoming. She's super kind. So
Janet, this shirt's for you.
I mentioned Gabby. She was the second person I mentioned.
Wyoming.
Mercedes,
Shout out.
Gabby, Rachel. Okay, so the next 2 top ranked riders get invited, and they are.
You want me to announce them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the first woman getting invited is Tori Shenenwork.
Number 8 ranked rider on the women's side overall.
Yes. And let's get another roll, please. The 7th ranked rider on the women's side getting a bid to Race for the Rail 2022 is Amanda Thompson.
Congratulations, Amanda and Tori. You will receive an email from Sarah shortly. That's exciting. Heck yeah. Okay, so that's your 12. That's your 12. One more time.
Wow.
Mercedes Silva, Gabby Soto, Rachel Payne, Rachel Cecil, Allison Stanley, Christy Miller, Amanda Thompson, Tori Shenenwork, Janet Thorne, Kay Love, Zoe Thomas, and Emily Bell. And that is the ranking, too, 1 through 12.
Dude, Gabby Soto in second.
Yeah,
That is dope.
She
That
did
is
great. She finished
dope.
second place
Wow.
at Eastern.
Congrats.
So Gabby's killing it.
Heck yeah.
Wow, that's going to be a crazy bracket with Zoe as the 11th seed will be placed with Gabby, the 2 seed,
Oh.
in the opening. I mean, the first round.
Yeah. What
So-
what I think is going to be interesting is that I don't know if anybody's seen Zoe ride or race this year. So
Right.
she's kind of just hunkering down and staying quiet as she is. But, I mean, we've seen every single one of these riders race at some point, see what they're made of. So I'm really curious to see what transpires at Race for the Rail on the women's side.
As you know, we're making a little list of like what we feel like are the big storylines going in.
Yeah.
I just wrote that one down because that is 1,000%. It's like the defending champ hasn't raced this season. She's
Yeah.
going to come out and like, who knows?
She,
Is she going to just smoke everyone?
or did she take the year off and it's
Yeah.
just like, I did it once. Why do I have to do it again?
Totally.
Who knows?
We're going to see. So really exciting. Congrats to all those women who made it. And let's transition over to the men's side.
All right.
So I'm going to go through and cover in order of rank who already has bids, okay?
Yes.
And then we'll fill in the six invites. Okay, so the number 1 seeded rider who already has a bid, Austin Silva. Behind him, Jeff Adair. Behind him, Kyle Hansen. The next rider who has a bid is Brandon LaCour, Tyler James, Neil Bennett, Finn Holcomb, Brandon Peavy, Hot Pants Peavy, Sam Lara,
Nice.
and Kyle Klausing. So those, what's the math on that? 10 riders all have automatic bids. So we have 6 slots open. Do we want to start? You want to start at the top?
Let's start at the yeah, like,
Yeah.
and we'll go towards.
You want to announce them?
Sure.
Okay, say their seed. Say their ranked seed.
Coming in at number 14, making his
Oh,
potential.
here. Start at 4.
Oh, you want me to? Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
more?
yeah.
It's more exciting that
Yeah,
way.
I think
Okay.
so.
All right. Coming in at number 4, the 2020 Race for the Rail Men's Champion, Brandon Schermeyer. You.
Congrats. Congrats. You're going to race the rail.
Okay.
We probably can't do the drum roll as much for everyone, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay, coming in at number 5, the young gun, the man's on fire, Noah Build. Coming in at number 10, another young gun, a new face this year, Thor Callahan.
That's right. Congrats, Thor.
Coming in at number 12, again, another new face, Luke Austin. This is great. Some fresh faces up in the RFDR field. Number 13, the man, the not myth, the legend, Dave Stewart. The guy that told me last year that he would never race again, potentially.
That's right. He's back
He
for
is
2022.
back.
We're never
Heck
letting you
yeah.
go, Dave.
Dave.
We're never letting you go.
Never letting you go.
So
And-
this is the last. So that's 5 right there.
Yeah.
So there's one more rider
There
who
is-
is getting invited based on performance this year.
There is one more rider, and I am proud to say this rider's name. He's seen this race before many a times, folks. Bodie Harrison.
Wow.
What a field. What a field.
Wow.
What
So
a
we'll
field.
run through that. That's number 1, Austin Silva, ranked. Second ranked rider, Jeff Adair. Third ranked, Kyle Hansen. Fourth ranked, Brendan Schermeyer. Fifth ranked, Noah Build. Sixth ranked, Brandon LaCour. 7th, Tyler James. 8th, Neil Bennett. 9th, Finn Holcomb. 10th, Thor Callahan. 11th, Brandon Peavy. 12th, Luke Austin. 13th, Dave Stewart. 14th, Bodie Harrison. 15th, Sam Lara. And 16th, Kyle Klausing. Stacked field.
Holy smokes.
Too much to process. I will also say this. Obviously, some very talented riders are not ranked in the top 16. That's because there's a lot of amazing people who ride one wheels. While we wish everyone could go to the race the rail, unfortunately, this is just how this works. This is
16 slots.
Little League soccer. But there's a discussion about including an additional replacement rider, basically, like if someone is to get hurt during practice or something like that. We'll notify the next seeded ranked rider on both the men's and the women's side. And basically, if you're on this list, if you have an invite, you have until this Friday, to RSVP and say, I will be there. I'm going to race the rail. So you will get an email today. Make sure that you respond and solidify your spot. Otherwise, by next week, we will be, or by after Friday, we will be going down the list of rankings. Right after that, in 17th place, Jesse Turpin. And
if Turpin gets in,
he might win it.
He might win.
Yeah. 100%. So there's good riders just on the outside. Noah Mead, 18th place. Sam Varner, 19th place. Fast riders. So, yeah.
Well,
man,
that's freaking awesome.
it's great to know the field. Yeah, that is incredibly awesome.
Well, now that we've got our lineup, where's this all going down, Jack? I'm sure some people know this.
We have too many drum rolls today.
No, we don't need to drum roll this, but
we're gonna hold this races here at Sky Tavern. In Reno, Tahoe. That's right. So Sky Tavern is it's a small ski mountain. It's like a learner hill. Where it's a nonprofit where they teach children how to ski and snowboard. Super nice people that own the place. They've been awesome. I think one of the biggest things in Race to the Rail, as you know quite well, is when you're working with a partner, you need them to be you need them to share the vision with you.
Yes.
And how can we do this better together than, hey, you guys can only ride that one trail and we have bikes on the other, everything else around you, and don't go there. I mean, last year, riders weren't even really able to practice the course, because of some of the limitations. Of course, I'm appreciative of everything that every mountain has ever done for us. But I think one of the best things is that the folks at Sky Tavern have just been here's the keys, have fun, do something awesome. They're really excited about the vision, and the mountain's cool. And I think it's gonna be awesome. So,
it's pretty high up there. I think it's 7,000 or 8,000 feet up too.
Yeah.
So I wonder. Not that, these people are exerting a lot of effort, but I wonder if acclimation will come into play.
Sure. Totally. You better be working on that altitude training and stuff.
Yeah. Who's doing altitude training on the one wheel?
I just,
might work.
Hold your breath and see how long you can do that for. But yeah, just a couple more details. So, as soon as tomorrow, we will have tickets available for attendees. You can go and attend this race and watch these people do this.
Does it cost money?
It does. It costs, I think, maybe $20 for a ticket. Which is going to be well worth it. I think we'll have food and beverages there. We'll have a big screen to display the race. Although one of the coolest things about this race course is you can see a lot of it from the base of the mountain too.
That was one thing I was super stoked at when we've gone up there a few times. The first time we went up, we actually couldn't even see the trails because there was still snow in May, I think it was. So we went up again recently, and there's a lot of course. Obviously, we want to make it the best racing option for the riders, but the spectators as well. Not only who is on site, but who is watching on the live stream. So a lot of that comes into play on how we are choosing what trails and stuff we're going to ride on. And this year is going to be sick because the first half of the race, the people that are that are spectating on can like look up on the side of the mountain and we'll be able to see the riders coming down. So it's going to be super epic. And then they'll obviously come and funnel down into like what we'll probably call like the little rodeo area, kind of similar to like a downhill mountain bike style where just like caged in and all the fans could get up there. So it's going to be epic.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Definitely come on out. I mean, there's obviously like a lot of riders in Northern California and Reno, Tahoe area. So I'm expecting there's 300 parking spots. So that's honestly going to be the limitation in terms of attending. You're going to want to get there at a good time, both on Saturday and Sunday, and make sure you get a place to park. It's like a pretty small ski resort.
Super small. And going back to your point, what you're saying is like, is it owned by the city of Reno or something? It's like a nonprofit that works.
Yeah.
So essentially like they will be selling food on site and all of that stuff. Like even us using the place and paying for it goes towards helping this mountain.
Super cool.
Which is like, it's not like we're just paying some big resort to hold a race. Like the money's going towards a great cause. Yeah. And, super thankful for Sky Tavern.
Totally.
For sure.
Yes, we appreciate them. Absolutely. Whole host of volunteers that help them do everything that they do. So, yeah, really excited about that. A couple other things that will be happening, I guess, for the racers themselves. Last year, the prize purse was $10,000. Right.
That's a lot of money.
It's insane. I still can't believe that.
So like,
right. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah. I was watching it was, I forget what action sport it was, but like first place winner, it's like it was like skateboarding or something. First place winner got like $800.
Yeah, totally.
For a sport that has been around for decades at this point and has millions and millions of dollars in sponsorships and everything, and you're just like,
yeah, where's this going?
Where is it? Yeah,
totally. I know. So I know, like for some of the athletes were asking, like, hey, are accommodations paid for this year? I know in 2020 and 2021, we got everyone's accommodations, right? And like it really,
which I hope people realize how insane that is.
It is.
The X Games does not do that.
It is kind of crazy. But we did it because of COVID, right? In 2020 and 2021, we had to basically like create a bubble, right? The NBA was making a bubble. That was like the model, right? So 2019, we didn't do that, and any time before that. But I know some people are, maybe feeling like, oh man, you're not gonna cover that for me this year. One of the things that we've intentionally done because of that is we've been very conscientious and intentional about making prize purses every for each of these regionals. Like people are walking away with like a G if you're winning, for the regionals.
Way more than a lot of other action sports that have been around for a long time.
And also like we made it so that like everyone who finished on the top, everyone who was gonna go, right, got at least like $350 at this last one. People made even more at the Western because we take all of the registration fees basically and put it towards just like funding these people to help them out a little bit. But that's then we were thinking like, okay, so if you win, you get $10,000, but if you come in second place in the most difficult competition on the planet, you don't get anything.
You get a block of cheese.
That seems kind of rough, right? So. And you're traveling all this way, and that's what it's really about, right? It's like you as a racer are like, I'm gonna go to this thing because I think I'm gonna freaking win. I think I'm gonna take that money, like that's like you're saying, other competitions, that's how it goes.
Well, it's
right?
like I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna expect like a mountain bike race to pay me to go if I think I could win some money. Like I have to dedicate my time and money to go, and hopefully
how much do you believe in you?
How much do you believe in you?
Wow. Okay, but anyway, so the point of the thing is that so this year for first place is going to be $10,000 again on the men's and on the women's side. Second place this year is going to be $2,500.
Oh, smokes!
Nice little chunk there. And third place is a G. Dude. So I feel really, I love that. Like, I know that, that One Wheel Racing as a whole asks a lot of people in terms of going all over the country to participate, and a lot of people have jobs or our kids in school. And, it's like when you play little, I remember I played travel baseball. Like, that stuff was expensive going all over the place. So we're trying to be conscientious of that and make sure that everything that we have goes into either making this the best freaking production that we possibly can to make One Wheel Racing and the sport of one wheel awesome, or is going back to these racers. That's my takeaway for all of you at home. Like, we're milking every single dollar we have is going back to them, or is going to making you guys look like freaking superheroes out there. So
yeah, and on top of that, shout out to all the people that volunteer and provide their own time to help out these races. In the past, it's always like been so stressful to be like, okay, we have to market this, we have to put on a production, and we have to put on a race. And over the years, it's
take down the banners, but also don't forget to post the winner on social media.
Yeah. In the past, like, so many people from the community have just stepped in and been like, how can I help out? What can I do? And
so awesome.
It does not go unnoticed. We love you guys.
That's so true. You should have seen the torrential downpour in North Carolina was insane the night before. And there was a whole crew of people the next morning, like patching up the whole trail. You didn't know it from watching it, but a lot of work went in that morning to get that sorted away. Anyways, I guess the last thing I have on my list right here, maybe you have more, but the last thing I have here is the bracket challenge.
Oh, so more money to be won?
I think so. Yeah. It's like, what are we doing? So the bracket challenge. So in the next week, I can't say exactly, but in the next week we'll have the brackets. Now that we know the racers and we know their seeding, because we're going to use the seeding from the season's rankings to seed them into the bracket. You will be able to go online and fill out your own bracket, and if you fill out the bracket correctly, you will get a share of what last year we did $5,000. I think we'll maybe do the same thing again.
Damn.
Last year, a few people won the women's bracket, so they split that money.
Okay.
And no one won the men's.
Really? Nobody? Oh, yeah. I mean, no offense to Tyler, but, like, nobody. I don't think anybody expected Tyler James to win last year, and he did. So, yeah.
No offense to Tyler.
I mean, I love the dude, obviously. But
that's funny.
He really screwed a lot of people's pockets up right there.
He screwed everyone's bracket, that's for sure. So that'll be really exciting as well. Bracket challenge for all you watching at home. I mean, it just makes it super fun to place your picks. We'll come out, I think, publicly, yourself, myself, and maybe a few other team members. We should probably post on Instagram, Joe, like our picks.
Yeah, our own brackets.
Don't you think so? I think we should all be accountable for, like, going on the public record with our picks. I'm still living high and mighty off of picking Neil Bennett in the Western Regionals. I'm still.
You know what's so hard about it is that when you know people, when you, like, know the riders.
Yeah.
I always say it's like, we got to pick somebody, but then it comes to race for round. It's like, well, I have like 5 top picks.
Might as well throw a dart.
Yeah, might as well write it on the wall of boredom and throw a dart at it.
Wasn't that something we were also going to do? The marble race. We got to remember that too. Okay, marble race to predict who's going to win. Take that note down, someone in the room here.
Well, shoot, I just can't wait to be back at a mountain racing one wheels, drinking a beer with Bart Miller.
Oh my gosh!
And just watching the best one wheel riders on the planet haul buckets down a mountain.
Yeah, we got it. So the other thing we should do, Joey. Now at this point, we're just having a marketing meeting here.
I love it.
I hope that's cool with you guys.
I wish I had a beer now.
But you know what else we should do? We should make a nice, like, Instagram story asset that promotes tuning into the live, because and post that and make it shareable so that everyone who's watching this can share it with their social worlds.
Yes.
Because these riders are doing something so cool that it pains me that more people don't see it. Like they're laying their bodies on the line. They're incredibly talented. They've been riding all year for this. Like, and it's gonna look awesome. This is gonna be the greatest one wheel race of all time. Like that's what this is gonna be.
As every year is, and as every year should be.
It has to get bigger. It has to get better. It will. There's talk of a feature that is so insane I can't even discuss it publicly.
I might even be serving tacos at the finish line.
I
don't know yet.
The lawyers might kibosh it if I talk about it openly. It's going to be an ask
just
for
pull out all the stops on race day.
So what we need is your help too in helping spread this word. Tap into your communities. We'll make some sort of shareable social thing. We're making this plan right now, but we should make some sort of shareable social thing that you can then add to your stories and whatever. Get your family to fill out a bracket. Like this, it's too good for us to just be the only ones to watch this. We gotta share this with the world.
Somebody's got to know somebody at ESPN.
Yeah, someone's got to know somebody at ESPN. Let's get this on the Ocho.
Waffles. Manuel just said, "Are we making waffles at the finish line?" Maybe.
Shout out to Manuel. Just his birthday. It was just a few days ago.
Happy belated birthday, Manuel.
Yep, happy birthday, Manuel. Thanks for being a committee member. So
that's
the end of my spiel, I think.
I'm having a good time. We could just go on for another hour, I guess.
Any other good marketing ideas from the crowd? Can we crowdsource any other good marketing ideas?
Yeah, if you have any good marketing ideas.
Okay, I would love this actually. If you could write into the chat your top storyline, your top burning question. What is
about racing?
About racing. Yeah, no other questions, guys.
It's like,
yeah, your top racing question. What are the leading storylines that you are excited to see how it shapes out from this race? I would love to know that. I'm going to tweet that.
Mine would be, can Austin Silva run the course blindfolded?
I mean, that's actually kind of interesting, but he probably can't. I think he's got a photographic memory.
Dude, yeah, I think give him a couple practice runs, he might be able to do it.
I think he does. I mean, I think I wrote down one of that question that you said the other day, like 20 minutes ago, which was what's going to happen when Zoe shows up? Like, yeah, like I think that's a huge one. And then I think the sort of like on the women's side, I'm just really excited to see the dynamic between Rachel Payne, Rachel Cecil, Mercedes Silva, and I'm forgetting one.
Yeah, I mean, it's
and
like
Allie.
Anything.
And Gabby. Now that Gabby, I mean, like, throw Gabby in there, too. Like, I think that top group on the women's side is going to be really fun to watch.
Dude, but still, I think that's, like, such a top question in my mind. Imagine watching whatever sport you love and, like, the world champion from last year had yet to participate in an event until the next world championships.
Yeah,
it's just the unknown.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that Mercedes was a relatively new face this year.
I was rewatching the Team Challenge video from last year, and one of the participants last year was late, and Mercedes stepped in and did the team challenges.
She was just there because Austin was there.
Yeah, she was there because Austin was there, and it was just crazy watching her ride, and then being like, she's literally the best woman in the world now.
She had like a partially torn ACL at that time. She had like a knee brace on and still crushed it. Yeah. Awesome. Anyways, yeah, I would love to hear your top narratives going into Race the Rail.
Christy Miller asked if there's going to be group challenges this year. We haven't really, TBD. We're kind of trying to figure out if we want to do that, or in my mind, I love the idea of giving racers more time to practice on the course. I think that always makes for a better race, and but also knowing how fun and great the challenges are. So yeah, TBD on that.
Racers can get there as soon as Wednesday of the week of, and the mountain will be open, and they can practice. Yeah, we might. I don't know. We might
hide a couple bags of cash on the mountain and do something, but we'll figure it out. You'll give away more money.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is that good?
I think that's about it.
We covered quite a bit. So, quick summary. We will be posting these results and those who got tickets. If you did get a ticket, you will get an email today. It sounds like with all of the information. You have to RSVP by filling out a little form. We are holding this race at Sky Tavern in Reno, Tahoe. You can attend this year. We expect to see you there. There'll be some cool stuff that you can probably buy. You can just, watching the race is like, you remember the photo? There's an iconic photo of Tyler coming through the finish line last year, and people are like on the scaffolding, like yelling and it's like, it's so much fun.
I mean, you remember 2020 Floaty like threw his helmet like 50 feet in the air and then caught it while he was being hugged or something like that?
Yeah, it was insane.
Those are the best moments.
Totally. And then fill out your bracket challenge and share this with all of your loved ones. Those are my bullet points.
Boom. There you go.
Okay. Thanks, guys. We love you all. And, we're really excited about this year's Race the Rail.
Tune in, share it.
Yeah.
And let's go.